Hi, welcome to 2020 Tasty Treats with GourmetQuilter. We're having a lot of fun with 20 trees just at the moment. There's a whole lot of other things going on this year, but right now we're on trees. They're all applique trees, and I'm doing fused raw edge free motion stitched applique. So far we've done 18 of the 20 trees that we'll be doing. So today we're doing tree number 19, which is actually a little combination of trees. So it's actually like a hedge, really. But it's got 5 stems, so there must be 5 little trees in there, but they've just merged. So if you've already registered on GourmetQuilter.com to get the pattern, there's a diagram of the finished block here, and there's all the shapes ready to trace. Now it's quite a long shape, it didn't fit on the page, so it just needs to be joined at the dotted line so that you just make one long shape. So I think that's fairly straightforward. So what we're going to do here is have our background ready. It might be a good idea just to do a little center fold because it's quite a long shape. And then we need to pop our little tree trunks on first because they go in underneath the hedge. So just remember, you're going to lose 1/4 of an inch along the bottom edge here when you sew it into something else. So make sure that you bring your trunks up just a little bit more than that. I think I'm going to position this long piece next so that I can pop the other little tree trunks underneath. So that's going to be, so I can have a look at more or less where the middle is, because the middle, I can see that my ends are fairly even out the side. And then I can start popping my other tree trunks underneath here. So we might have one out here because there'll be a little bit of an overhang there, and then we might put another one in between there, roughly halfway along. I don't think when the hedges grow that they measure exactly the distance between the trunks, but I could be wrong. Another one out here. And the last trunk can go in here. So they all just tuck underneath the greenery of the hedge. Now it's an interesting little hedge, this one, because it actually has a little flower happening on it, which is kind of nice. It's nice to see hedges with a blossom on them. So this little blossom can come over here somewhere. And there's a nice little center for the blossom. Sits on there, and then there's quite a few little leaves scattered around. They're fairly randomly positioned, so there's no worries about where they go particularly. Just create a little bit of interest in our hedge. And so I can go ahead and get these all on, and then we can have a look at how we do the next stage. So I've got all my hedge positioned. I'm happy with all of that, the way it's sitting, these little leaves and things, and so I'm just going to iron that all in place now so that it can't go anywhere. And then I'm going to go to the machine shortly and start sewing, but first I'm just going to place this piece of light cotton batting behind because I'm free motion stitching, and that just gives it a stabilizer. When I'm free motion stitching, or when I'm appliquing in particular, I need to do it that way. So I'll just go to the sewing machine and start doing my free motion sewing. So I'm going to do some free machine stitching on it. I'm going to have to do all the leaves individually, and the flower in the center can be done together, and then I can do all the trunks and the main greenery all in one go. So I think I'll start on these little leaves, and we'll get them underway. So I'm just doing a little free motion straight stitch just close to the edge of the applique. A couple of stitches on top to lock it off each time. And I'll do another leaf here, and then I'll go ahead and get the rest of them done. I've been quite busy. I've done all the little leaves. I haven't done the flower yet, and I've gone most of the way around my hedge. I've just got the last couple of little trunks to do here. So when I do the trunks, I go a little bit past the trunk and then back again on the green still, and then come on to the trunk. And then meet up with that stitching there, and then continue on to the next one, back up a little bit onto the trunk. And then we're nearly back where I started now. So that's right there. So a couple of stitches in one place to lock it. And so that's the hedge bit done, but I've still got the little flower to do, so I thought I'd do that. So I'm just going to do the flower. I'll start with the centre. Go all the way around. And then I'm just going to come onto the petals and go all the way around, meeting in next to that centre each time, and then coming out onto the next petal. So you just take your time doing this sort of work, you don't need to rush. And there I am back already, so even though I didn't rush, it didn't take very long. Because I'm locking off my stitches with a couple of stitches on top of each other, I can just trim my threads. I'm just going to give this a quick press. And I'm going to be able to put my hedge in my forest. This is looking pretty good. Only one more to go. So that's kind of fun to have a little hedge in there. I think this forest is looking quite cheerful, which is always a nice thing. So that was actually tree number 19, even though it was a hedge. And we have only one more to go to do number 20. There's more information on GourmetQuilter.com. I'll see you again with tree number 20. Thank you.